In the end, a 4-1 defeat today, which seems a little bit strange given the way the game proceeded in the second period. What did you make of that result and the performance of your team today?
I'm disappointed with our overall performance. Obviously, I'm devastated with the results. I don't think the results show the true reflection of the game. You might have a different opinion to me, but I don't think so. The game hinged on an absolute bizarre own goal that you get one every 4 seasons. It happened today, unfortunately for us. In a time when they didn't look like scoring, didn't look like threatening, and we were in the ascendancy. We just got back into the game, and then we continue to go back into the game, and then there's a bizarre sending off that nobody knows what for.
Handle a few key moments if we can, try and clear them up. First half seemed a little below par, but it looked like you get in at 0-0, and then to concede in the first.
Yeah, it was a poor goal. They threw balls down the line, and Mark's read it. He's had a bit of a bad ricochet. The lad stood on the ball and it's managed to go through Mark's legs and poked the ball across the goal into scrambling the net. Listen, you don't want it to happen, but it has happened. And then it's up to us to respond, which we did in the second half. We took the game to them, pinned them back, only had really Ross's long range shots, but we were putting balls in the box and asking questions, and we got what was rightfully a penalty, only it took an age to give it. And then when you think you're just going to go on to win the game or certainly not lose it, you'd have a bizarre own goal.
The penalty wasn't initially given and then was given for the contact on Harvey Rogers. Ryan Cassidy, really good composure from him because he had to wait quite a long time. That must have been something that impressed you. It's such a young man.
Yeah. It just never ceases to amaze me, just some decisions that get made, but you've just got to live with it, because it's a long season and things go for and against you. Today, everything that could go against us went against us today. There was 2 handballs given in the first half. One was given, one wasn't. 2 identical situations. And when you get things like that, you just get a little bit frustrated, but you can't get you too down. We know there's areas we've got to improve in. And we're working towards that. We're still a young team. A little bit naive at times. And I think we will get better the more we work.
You touched on and described for us the own goal. In terms of Dion Charles' red card, have you had a chance to see it again? Have you had an explanation of what he's been saying?
I've had an explanation off Dion, and I've had a call off 2 people who've watched it on TV and watched the videos, and they both said they didn't see it. From what we can gather, the keeper's dropped the ball. They've made an attempt to go for the ball but got nowhere near it. The keeper screamed. There's been a lot of pushing and shoving, and then the linesman's made the decision. The referee hasn't seen it, from what I can gather. And then the reports are coming back that he raised his foot in a dangerous manner, and that's been then led to he stamped on his head, or stamped on his neck. Now I know Dion quite well, and I don't think he's stamping anyone's neck. But I could be wrong. I'll see it tonight, and if it is wrong, we will punish him heavily. If he's not wrong, we will appeal.
So if you've reviewed that footage and your view at the moment is proven to be correct, you'll appeal that red card?
Yeah, we will. Yeah.
Okay. You made 2 changes at half time. Clearly not happy with what went on in the first period. In possession today, which is something we talked about last week at Burton Albion, was that an issue in the first half, the quality of possession?
Yeah, but I don't think either team were quite good in possession, to be fair, but we were below our standards today. There's no getting away from that. We've got to be better, and we're working towards that. And we changed the system a little bit, and we were better for it. We passed it better, we showed more urgency, and that's no disrespect to the 2 lads who come up. But we had to make a change, and we did. But, it's a long season, and I'm certainly not getting carried away with it. I wasn't getting carried away with beating it. We've got 2 games now that we've lost. Both could have gone either way. Today certainly wasn't a 4-1. You've seen the game, it's not a 4-1. But things like that happen in football, and you've just got to take it on each side.
Is there any concern about the last sort of 5 minutes or so when you did concede the 2 goals that...
You get a little bit loose because you're trying to chase a game, don't you? So we've got a little bit of pride, and instead we want to win a game. Disappointed with the 2 goals that we conceded, to be honest. And really disappointed that Matt Taylor scored both of them, to be honest, because he hadn't been in the game. And it was very, very similar to the Oxford game at their place last year when he came off with a match ball. He came off a man of the match, and then again he was in the game. But probably that's what good strikers do.
Just lastly, John, you've got such a young side, such an inexperienced in lots of areas side. How important is your experience and Jimmy Bell's experience and John Doolan's experience to transmit that message you've just given me? I wasn't getting carried away when we were beating Peterborough. We can't get too down and we can't be too concerned about back-to-back defeats.
Well, what we have to do is we have to work to get better, and it's an ongoing process. You know, every week we seem to lose a key player. You know, we lost Tarek today, we lost Mo last week. Hopefully we won't lose Dion for next week. But listen, we just keep batting away, and we are a young side. We have had it after injuries like they have. And I'm sure once it all pans down, or settles down, or pans out, it'll be okay.
How long are you like to be without Tarek Awakwe for?
I'm hoping it's only a week, but we'll wait and see.